Well, we have another dedicated review on this fragrance right here from the house of Parfums de Marly. And yes, this is Cassili. If you hadn't noticed, it's the peachy one. And yeah, I got some thoughts. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Summer Maria here. Yes, we're doing the dedicated review on this little baby right here, Parfums de Marly Cassili. This is often not talked about, it's overlooked, and we will talk about why I think that is in this here dedicated review. As always, when it comes to dedicated reviews, I rate fragrances by 4 categories. The first category is mood, and that is simply, when do I see myself wearing this fragrance? What time of year? What type of event? How does it make me feel when I wear it? We talk about it there. Second is strength, and that's on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being this ain't nothing but water in a pretty bottle, to 10 being nuclear house juice that I have to scrub to get it off, and even then it still ain't gone. Third category is longevity, and that is how many hours long lasting is this fragrance. I know that's very important, especially when we talk about niche fragrances. Then fourth and final category is simply, is this a compliment getting fragrance? Yes or no? So we have a little fun there. But as always, lipstick of the day today, everyone. I'm feeling chocolate, I'm feeling a little dark. So lipstick of the day is this baby right here, and this is MAC Film Noir, y'all. This is an oldie but goodie. I do enjoy this one. Let me know what you think. And by the way, details on the face will be in the description box below, so you don't have to question or wonder about it. Next up will be fragrance of the day, which of course is the belle of the ball, and that is this beauty right here, Cassili. So this is the fragrance of the day. I am wearing it. And yes, I have some thoughts on it. So I've had this fragrance for an entire year. I literally got it in January of 2023. It is January 2024 when I'm filming this. So we spent some time with it and I got thoughts. So let's go over the specs of the fragrance. I always like to do a breakdown. The concentration of Cassili is an eau de parfum concentration. This fragrance is not new. It was released in 2019, so it's roughly 3 and some change years old, because yeah, it's 2024 when I'm filming it. So we've had some time with Cassili. She's been out, and of course a lot of other fragrances from the house of Parfums de Marly have come out since then. I'm looking at you, Valaya, you know, the latest from the feminine line in Parfums de Marly. And yes, Cassili is a part of the feminine line, hence why the bottle looks like this. They all look cute and have a nice little silhouettes about them. So it only comes in one size, which is interesting because they've started to release other sizes for other fragrances in the feminine line for Parfums de Marly, so that's interesting. So it only comes in the 75 ml size, which is of course this right here, and it retails as of 2024, is January 2024. The new price is $355. Of course, when it initially came out, it was cheaper than that, but everything has had a price increase since then. So yes, I want to say this is $355. Now there are sales and things you can catch in order to get a discount on it. You all know I do post sales when I see them, when I have them. I let y'all know in the community tab. So of course, you know, definitely stay tuned for a sale, hopefully, but I always like to give you all the retail so y'all know what it is, okay? So now let's talk about the notes of Cassili. The notes are cute to me. They're very, very cute. So we have top notes of red currant, Bulgarian rose, transparent white flowers, heart notes of plum, mimosa, plumeria, and petalia. Then we have base notes of sandalwood, tonka beans, and vanilla pod. So reading this, I'm getting fruits, I'm getting florals, but I'm getting a creamy base, a very creamy base, because it don't get no more creamier than the base of sandalwood, tonka beans, and vanilla. Yeah. So that's what makes this fragrance very interesting, and in my opinion, it's a little bit harder to place in comparison to some of the other fragrances from Parfums de Marly. And according to Parfums de Marly website, they say the best time to wear Cassili is for spring and summer days. I disagree with that. To me, we'll talk about that more in the mood section of the rating system, but yeah, I don't agree with that. But since we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my nose to it, because again, I've been wearing the fragrance all day, but I always like to have a fresh spray of the scent. So to me, with Cassili, what I smell more than anything, I get the red currant, so red berries up top. Absolutely, I smell that plum, because I am a plum lover, so naturally my nose is going to be more keen to a plum note because I love it. It's juicy too. I like plumeria as well, that flower. I do like that. And then but the base, especially on skin, the base really comes out. I get a lot of that tonka bean and vanilla pod for sure. So yes, you got a juicy top, you got a fruity center, and then you got a creamy base is what you get with this scent. So that's why this one is interesting. And this is definitely a fragrance, in my opinion, with Cassili. This is one you need to test it on your skin because it can pull a lot of different ways depending on your skin chemistry, in my opinion. So that's why I say this one's a little bit harder to place. I'm not gonna say, oh, immediately it's super girly like I would with Delina. I can't do that with Cassili. She's her own thing. So for sure, she has her own personality. So now let's get into the rating system of Cassili. I'm getting more of the creaminess now as it's drying down even more. So the mood of this fragrance, to me, this is a fall fragrance in my opinion, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you know, fall, you're coming off of summer, so you still got a little bit of warmth sometime in the daytime, but then it gets cooler at night. This is a scent because of that fruitiness and that floralness. It works well in the daytime, but it can take you into the evening because of that creamier base, which those type of creamy notes work better in cooler weather in my opinion. So for that reason, Cassili is a fall fragrance for me. Like I said, fruity, floral, creamy. And in my opinion, this is more of a casual scent. It's very, very casual, very pleasant to me. Next category is strength. Now the strength of Cassili, to me, I give it a 6 because the opening, yes, is juicy, but the base is so creamy that it mellows it out and tones it down. So for me, this fragrance is a solid 6. So about average, slightly above, but not really. So it's in that range to me. Now let's talk about longevity. Now let's talk about this. This one is surprising to me because, again, I own a lot of Parfums de Marly and I've sampled and played a lot of Parfums de Marly, so I have a certain level of expectation about longevity, and for me, Cassili is on the lighter end to me. So on average, I get about 4 hours, on a good day 5. So it's a 4 to 5 hour wear, which that is a bit of a disappointment. It is, because I'm used to the powerhouse that is Original Delina. That's what started my collection. Then now, of course, I think about Valaya, which you all know I love Valaya. It was my wedding scent. Valaya lasts all freaking day too. So I'm like, okay. When I think about how those, you know, act and whatnot, I'm like, what happened? What happened here? So I just expected more from the longevity of Cassili, and in my opinion, I think that's why Cassili kind of gets overlooked and doesn't get as much love in the world of Parfums de Marly, because of the longevity situation. It's like, it's okay, it's nice, but again, going back to that price point, $355, it's like, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit better than okay. And that's just the truth of the matter. So yeah, longevity, we need more out of you. I need at least another 2 hours out of you. Then I'd be like, okay. So now let's talk about the final category, and that is simply, is this a compliment getting fragrance? And yes, it is. Believe it or not, it is, because again, it's fluffy. It's fruity, it's floral, and it's creamy, and it's fluffy. So like that type of scent profile is very crowd pleasing. This is an easy reach fragrance. This is a scent you wear when you go into a new situation and you kind of like, I don't know, I'm not quite sure about what type of environment I'm walking into. It's a safe reach. So for me, it fits into that category in my collection. It's a safe reach, it's an easy reach. I know it's not gonna make nobody sneeze, it's not gonna knock nobody out. It's gonna do just enough, because again, it's not the strongest fragrance and it doesn't last the longest. So even if I did feel a little self-conscious about it, like, oh, maybe I'm doing too much, it's gonna wear off before we get there. So that's why I say this one is a safe like reach, especially if you're going to, like, say your first day at a new job, you're joining a new class or something. This is a good scent for that. You're gonna get compliments. It doesn't ruffle any feathers. It's like middle of the road. So it's doing just enough. You're gonna smell feminine, you're gonna smell girly. It's good, you know, it's that. So I say all that to say that I do enjoy Cassili. I'm glad I did pick it up because I do think it has a place in my collection. Now, am I gonna say it's my favorite fragrance from Parfums de Marly? No, I am not. I'm not saying that, but I have to give credit where credit is due. When it comes to Parfums de Marly fragrances, they are very consistent. They are generally pleasing, and I'm still not done collecting them. So all in all, I'm very happy to have Cassili. And one more thing I wanna note, a lot of people say this smells like Delina exclusive to them, and I think they're trying to reference the vanilla note, but to me the vanillas are very different in Cassili compared to Delina exclusive. I think they smell very different to my nose. Els, let me know what you think. Do they smell similar to you? Yes, they are in the same fragrance family, of course, Parfums de Marly, but they smell very different to me. Whereas like Delina exclusive smells more like thicker, in my opinion. It's sweeter too. This one is just creamy. it's generally creamy. It's not too sweet. So that's why I say no, it's different. But let me know how you feel about Cassili. Do you own Parfums de Marly Cassili? Have you smelled it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is it one of your favorites from Parfums de Marly? Where does it stack up in your list? Let me know, because a lot of us have Parfums de Marly in our collections, or we've at least smelled it. So weigh in, Els. Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.